Okay, great. All right, so set this up, and I've been focused a lot lately on internal work, as I shared previously, and I've been getting some questions both from the online community and from just people that I know personally, asking me about how I am doing some of the work that I'm doing, how I'm managing uncertainty, how I'm creating some of the opportunities that are coming to me, and so I wanted to just go into that. So number one, in terms of moving to another country, to this country in particular, the question was, did I have, how prepared was I financially? How prepared was I professionally? And I guess in every other way. And the answer is that I was prepared in terms of having done a lot of work over the years, work on myself. Educationally, I was prepared. I mean, I have a career. I have a career, I have a profession, and so I did that. But I did not have a lot of money. I did not have a huge savings to bring with me. But I did my research. I looked into, to an extent what the cost of living was here, although I will say I was surprised by the place that I moved to. It's more expensive than I expected. But what I really want to get into is that I just believed that I could do it, and it wasn't just a blind leap. As I said, I'd done some research, I'd visited before, so I knew what was possible. But what I really want to share is that once you do those steps, once you feel like you have explored, what your, let's say, potential career path is, or whether you want to teach, you want to open a business, or you're retired and you want to know what that's like in terms of spending money or not, saving a certain amount of money, living on a certain amount. I think at a certain point you've got to just decide that you can do this. And so I think that seeing yourself in the life that you want to live, visualizing how this will happen for you, is really, really powerful. And there's a lot of information out there. There are a lot of resources that are free that you can pursue and tune into that will help you work on this, essentially visualizing, right, what it is that you want. So you want to open a business, see yourself being really successful in that business, see yourself, being sought after by your clients, see yourself living in the type of home that you want to live in, having plenty of money, not having to worry and stress about those kinds of things. And this is an ongoing process with me, by the way. I do visualize. If you can do that, it really does allow you to just get comfortable with not knowing, right? Comfortable with that stillness, comfortable with the part of you inside that already knows that you're okay, that already knows that everything is going to be fine, that all your desires can be reached, they can be provided, that you are provided for, I should say. And so just tapping into that. And the more and more and more you practice things like visualization, the more comfortable you're going to get with it, the more you're going to start feeling like, oh my gosh, and you'll not just imagine yourself in this scenario kind of in a fake way, you'll begin to feel real, like you'll inhabit that house that you want in your mind. You'll inhabit the career that you want. You'll be able to really see yourself in that role, and it'll become more and more believable. And when you get to that point where it feels believable, that's when the magic starts to happen. So I want to encourage you highly to do that. What else? Oh, of course, believe, right? You've got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe it can happen, even if it feels like a stretch, there's not a whole lot that anyone else can do that's going to work. You have to believe that whatever you want is possible. People are like, well, how am I going to leave the U.S.? How am I going to manage, to transfer my whole life over there? I don't speak the language. I don't have money saved up. I don't have the right education. I don't have whatever. I'm a single person right now, living here. Yes, I did have a lot of advantages in terms of speaking the language and having a portable career, but there are plenty of people here that I have met who do not speak Spanish, or they butcher it. I mean, like, they speak a few words, and they speak those words pretty badly. And I know a woman who makes jewelry. She got a job with a real estate company, and she just does her jewelry business on the side, and people really like it. In fact, I plan to buy a necklace from her, and she does a lot of work with pieces that she finds, so reconstructed, is that what it's called? Or sort of recycled things, but they're lovely. So it doesn't really matter. You can do it if you believe that you can. So you set the intention, the other part is intending, like deciding. As someone's told me recently, I have to watch my language because I've been speaking a lot about, well, I hope so, and probably, and those are kind of wobble words, so I have to watch myself and make sure that I'm saying things that are not allowing for any other option but for what it is that I want. So if I want to have, a particular career path, or I want to have a client, I want to land a certain client, or I want to, again, make money, or I want to have whatever it is, I want a new pair of shoes, and it can be anything, large or small. It's knowing that that is what I'm going to get. This is my intention. I believe I can have it. I see myself with it, and that's it. That is it. There's not a hopeful quality. There's not an I wish kind of quality. It's done. And you can demand of the universe, right? If you read the Bible, it talks about coming boldly before God, asking for what you want, knocking, seeking, all of that. Those are not like wishy-washy words. That's like say what you want and expect to get it. So there's that. Gratitude, right? I've spoken about this before. Everybody by now has heard about how powerful gratitude is and how much it really does shift things. And so what I have begun to do that really feels good is that when I wake up in the morning, usually in the morning when I have some time, I'm beginning to wake up a little bit earlier, so I have that still quiet time before, the world starts going and I have to kick in with my daily duties. I've begun to write out at least 10 things that I feel grateful for. And I will tell you, for me, 10 things is a piece of cake. I mean, there's just so many. Some days I'm in a hurry, and so I either do it later or I don't get it all out. And if you feel like 10 is a stretch, do 3. I mean, it can be the fact that your heart is beating, right? I mean, I'm certainly grateful for that. It can be the fact that you have a place to live, a comfortable home, or someone who cares about you, or a pet that you love. I mean, it can be anything. It doesn't have to be some, magnificent, amazing thing. It can be very simple things. You can be grateful for water, for hot water. I wrote down my list that I was grateful for air conditioning and or heat, depending. So it can be whatever it is. You can have fun with it. But it's really nice when you begin your day with that because it sets the tone for just a really positive vibration and kind of raises you to feeling really good and allows you to kind of step into your day, feeling good. And when you start your day feeling good, everything else kind of follows from there. The other thing that I have been doing is, and this has been recommended to me, is also, so I do the gratitude, then I do a list of affirmations. So often 10 affirmations about me. It's just affirming how fabulous I am, how wonderful I am, what I'm capable of, that the fact that the universe is conspiring to give me all these things that I want. Anything like that that says yes, yes, yes. All of it is yes, I can, yes, I am. And of course it's I am this, I am that. Whatever I want is coming to me, my clients love me, all of that. And so that also feels really good and charges me up to feel really great. And this can help you begin to get into the motion of what it is that you want to receive. So those 2 things, so gratitude and affirmations. And then another one that I just kind of intuitively came to me recently, which I love. It makes me feel so good. And I even do this before bed sometimes because it helps put things on my mind that I can go to sleep with my subconscious kicking in, is what I call evidence of abundance. And so I do a list, again, of 10, if whatever works for you, if it's 3, if it's 5, if it's 20, whatever. I just start to write out what are some signs or what are some evidence of abundance that I can see or I can acknowledge right now in my life. And so, it can be the fact that I have a refrigerator full of food. It can be the fact that there's, all the air in the world to breathe. It can be the love of family. It can be, I see your comment, Tyrone. Thank you. I'm just trying to let you guys know how I'm doing this because people are like, oh my gosh, you must have some special sauce. And I'm like, this is my special sauce. Above the career, above all that other stuff. This is what really it is for me. What do I have here? Money. And trust me, I don't have all the money I want, but damn it, I do. And I have money in my account. I did this whole exercise before I came here to Santo Domingo 2 days ago. And I'm telling you, all of a sudden I got a call from someone who's like, hey, would you be willing to let so-and-so stay in your guest room for a couple of weeks, and what would you charge for that? And I was like, money, right? And then someone else called and wanted a service. I mean, it's just, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's working, right? So evidence of abundance. Do that one, and if you will, I mean, you don't have to check that. I love to know from people like what the results are that they found, how it makes you feel, because the key is, this is the last one I'll say because I was trying to keep this one short, but the feeling that you get from all these things, from doing the gratitude, from doing your affirmations, from talking about, and I'm referring to writing down, by the way, writing down this evidence of abundance, how does it make you feel? When you begin to realize all the things that you have to feel grateful for, your family that loves you, all of that, or if you have issues with your family, or you love yourself, just whatever it may be, the evidence of abundance, all that, the feeling you get from that is the key, because it just switches you into a different place where really it all comes together and you do feel grateful. You do feel like, I am the shit. I do have a great life. Anything is possible. The world is conspiring to give me what I want. God does want to give me this, and not just want to, but will. I just have to do my part. And so that is my message for you tonight. For a couple of days I was really tired, just from different things I've been doing, and so I was kind of falling off, not a lot, but a little bit. And so I got back into it tonight. I pulled up my journal, brought a couple of journals with me. Again, I don't have anything super fancy. These are just like, notebooks that kids can use. But I have all kinds of lists, and things. See, so I have like loads of lists and notes and things that I write down that just reaffirm for me and help me remember, especially in times when I'm like, okay, how am I going to pay that bill? And when, is this going to work? And, will I get these opportunities? I will tell you, I'm here in Santo Domingo this week for business, but also for pleasure. My son's on vacation this week, so we're doing some fun kid stuff. But I'm hustling, I'm having meetings and wanting for doors to open, and they are. And so I'm having to affirm for myself that not only can I have a meeting, but it's going to turn into something. This is going to become what I want it to become. I'm going to have solid income that's going to allow me to do the things I want to do here in this country and beyond. I want to build an international entertainment practice. When I say practice, I'm not like a regular lawyer. I feel like that's just too dry. But that it can happen in the way that I want it to happen, so I can live the kind of lifestyle that I want to live. And that way, if I'm able to make the money I want to make, which is a lot, and live in the way that I want to live, it's not just for me so that I can floss, it's so that I can, that I'm like in a great place and I share that vibration I have with other people. It rubs off on my family, it rubs off on my friends, it rubs off on my business colleagues, it rubs off on my community and the world, so it becomes a ripple effect. If I have the means to take care of myself and excess, then I can do things for other people. I can support causes that I believe in. So it's not a purely selfish thing that I just want to have nice stuff, although I feel like even if that is it, fine. However, I feel like the best use of money is for when we not only do things for ourselves, but then that your desire spills over because you want to help other people. That's really what it's about, service. But who do I need to serve most of all? Me first. If I'm not taken care of, how am I going to take care of anyone else? In one of the meetings I had today, I spoke about that to someone. I was saying, listen, I have to be in a position to look like I can do this business. Right? I'm talking about making a deal and, helping someone finance a film that's millions of dollars. If I look broke down, do you think they're going to want to invest with me? And so I have to make sure that my game is tight in that way. And all that comes from me reaffirming myself that yes, I can. Yes, I am capable of doing this business. Yes, I do have the skills I need. Yes, I can deliver. I am qualified. I am confident. I am all of that. And all of us at times, no matter how great you are, no matter where you come from, have doubts, right? I did a video about that a while back, where sometimes it just hits you and you're like, oh no. And so I think all of these steps that I'm sharing are very important to help you maintain that level of confidence and belief and just keeping your focus strong and helping you get the results you want. So that is my message to you this evening, sent with love. I hope it helps. I recommend that you try those things, the gratitude list, the affirmations, the evidence of abundance is currently my favorite.